Okay guys, so आज we are going to talk about the last application of dimensional analysis, and that is in finding out the formulas. We shall use the concept of dimensional analysis to deduce formulas. For example, let us start with an example. एक situation लेते हैं, उसको लेके discuss करते हैं. So let us say that you need to find out the formula for the time period of a simple pendulum. क्या कहा मैंने? सब लोग सुन रहे हो ना? We need to find out the time period of oscillation of a simple pendulum. What does it mean? Now first understand what is a simple pendulum. Have you seen a simple pendulum? So एक string होता है, एक bob होता है, let us say the mass is m, and this oscillates, right, from this side to this side. Yes or no, people? Okay. So it has got a mass m, let us say length of the string is L, and let us say that gravitational acceleration in this case is what? G. This is told to you. And the question is asking you to find out the formula for time period. This is the question. Find out the formula for time period. Now what is time period, people? The time taken to complete one full oscillation, right? For example, if this is a pendulum, right? If I release it from here, it will go and it will come back again. इतना अच्छा से तो नहीं हो रहा, but still, if I release it यहाँ से, then it will come back again. Yes or no? तो यहाँ से लेके यहाँ तक जाने में half the time period. यहाँ से यहाँ तक आने में फिर से और half. तो ये यहाँ से लेके यहाँ तक, and when this comes back to the initial position, we say that this pendulum has completed one full oscillation. And the time taken to go from A to B and then from B to A, that time is called as what? Time period. Is that clear? And it is given to you that time period in this case depends upon, it is given in the question, the time period depends on mass, time period depends on length, and time period depends on the gravitational acceleration. सुनाई दे मैंने क्या बोला? The time period depends on mass, the time period depends on length, and the time period depends on gravitational acceleration. This is given in the question. And the next important thing which is mentioned in the question is that the dependency is of product type. मैं इस लाइन का मतलब कुछ देर बाद समझाऊंगा. अब एक लिए बस सुन के रखो कि ये क्वेश्चन में कहा गया है that the dependency among the quantities is of the product type. What does it mean? I'm going to explain you after some time. ठीक है? So as said in the question, the time period depends on mass. So can I say time period is proportional to m to the power a? Because it is mentioned the time period is dependent on mass. और mass के कितने power पे depend करता है ये तो नहीं कहा. It can be m to the power 1, it can be m to the power 2, it can be m to the power 3. Are you getting the point, people? We don't know about the power, so we have taken the power of m as what? A. Agree? मानते हो इस बात को? Next, it is said that time period is also dependent upon length. Can I say that is length to the power b for the same reasons? We don't know that what is the power to which the time period depends on length. So we have taken the power as b. And we also know that time period is proportional to g, that is gravitational acceleration, to the power c. Is that clear? Now, this was supplied in the data and we have used those data in forming equations. Time period mass के a के power पे depend करता है, time period length के b के power पे depend करता है और time period gravitational acceleration के c के power पे depend करता है. Is that clear? तुमने सीखा होगा जब हम इन proportionality sign को जोड़ते हैं, when I combine all these equations, मुझे क्या मिलेगा? What do I get finally? Time period proportional to m to the power a, l to the power b, g to the power c. Now do you see that the relation between mass and length is of the product type? मतलब it is m to the power a into l to the power b into g to the power c. That means the dependency among them is of the product type. प्लस प्लस नहीं है यहाँ पर, सिर्फ क्या है? मल्टीप्लिकेशन है. ये इंपॉर्टेंट है और इसका सिग्निफिकेंस मैं कुछ देर बाद तुम्हें समझाऊंगा. इज दैट क्लियर? अभी के लिए मन में रखना कि m, l और g के बीच का जो रिश्ता है वो प्रोडक्ट टाइप का है, मल्टीप्लिकेशन टाइप का है, प्लस या माइनस टाइप का नहीं है. Is it making sense, people? Right? So we know that if we remove this proportional sign, we have to bring a constant? Yes? So we brought a constant k, and this is m to the power a, l to the power b, g to the power c. But mind it, this k is a dimensionless constant. क्या है ये people? It's a dimensionless constant. मतलब it has no dimensions. Now, if I write, or as I've written, time period is equal to k, m to the power a, l to the power b, g to the power c. I want you people to tell me what is this. This is an equal sign? मतलब can I say the quantity on the left hand side is same as the quantity on the right hand side? If it is so, क्या मैं कह सकता हूँ कि अगर लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में टाइम होगा, राइट हैंड साइड में इतने सारी चीज़ें हैं, लेकिन ये पूरा कॉम्बिनेशन भी टाइम को ही रिप्रेजेंट करेगा, बिकॉज देर इक्वल. सो लेफ्ट हैंड साइड वाला क्वांटिटी एंड राइट हैंड साइड वाला क्वांटिटी को क्या होना पड़ेगा? सेम होना पड़ेगा, नहीं पड़ेगा? लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में हमें टाइम दिख रहा है, राइट हैंड साइड में हमें मास, लेंथ, जी दिख रहा है, बट सबका कॉम्बिनेशन इवेंचुअली तुम्हें क्या रिप्रेजेंट करेगा? टाइम ही रिप्रेजेंट करना पड़ेगा. एग्री करते हो नहीं करते? सो क्या मैं कह सकता हूँ कि लेफ्ट हैंड साइड का डायमेंशनल फार्मूला एंड राइट हैंड साइड का डायमेंशनल फार्मूला शुड बी सेम? यस? इज इट मेकिंग सेंस? सो अगर मैं यहाँ पर ब्रैकेट टी करके ब्रैकेट के m टू द पावर a, l टू द पावर b, g टू द पावर c लिखता हूँ, समझ रहे हो? सो टाइम का डायमेंशनल फार्मूला क्या होगा पीपल? m0, l0, t to the power 1. Agree? On the right hand side we know that this k is a dimensionless constant. It has no dimensions, right? So इसके कारण कोई कुछ mlt नहीं आएगा. What about m? Can I say that is m to the power a? L is length, so l to the power b. What about g? G is acceleration, which is meter per second square. So what is the dimensional formula in this case? Meter per second square to the power c. सोनम सुन रही है ना? पक्का? Okay. Meter per second square. So if we simplify this, what shall we get? This is m to the power 0, l to the power 0, t to the power 1. यहाँ पर क्या मिलेगा? m to the power a, l to the power b. Come on people. l to the power c. सुन रहे हो ना? Multiplied by t to the power of minus 2c. Now I want you people to focus on these two terms. Do you remember the rules of indices? So can I say l to the power b into l to the power c is equal to l to the power b plus c, right? What I'm trying to say is that l to the power b into l to the power c is equal to what? L to the power b plus c. Only if the relation between these two terms is of the product type, we can add the powers. If it is like l to the power b plus l to the power c, we cannot write it as l to the power b plus c. Is that clear, people? Only if the connection between these two terms is of the multiplication type. Agree? Then only we can write this as l to the power b plus c. Is it making sense? सबको समझ में आ रहा है मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ? Now देखो, मैं इसको ना बाद में खींचूंगा to explain something. So उसको याद रखना. So अगर मैं इसको rearrange करता हूँ, m to the power 0, l to the power 0, t to the power 1, यहाँ पर क्या होगा? m to the power a, l to the power b plus c, and this is t to the power minus 2c. Do you see this equal to sign? मतलब left hand side and right hand side are equal dimensionally. And if you agree to this, can I say the power of m here and the power of m here should be the same? So from this comparison, can I say a should be equal to what? 0. From this comparison, can I say b plus c should be equal to what? 0. गायत्री दिखाई दे रहा है तेरे को? तो बोलेगी नहीं मेरे को तू? इधर बैठना, उधर जगह है ना? और लास्ट में क्या है? दिस इज minus 2c, that is equal to what? 1. तो c का वैल्यू हम लोग क्या रख सकते हैं पीपल? minus half. c निकल गया? yes or no? c निकल गया. क्या मैं b लिख सकता हूँ? कुछ तो बोलो. Okay. So in this case, b is equal to what? Minus c. Minus c का वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगा? हाफ. और यहाँ पर a का वैल्यू हमने क्या लिख कर रखा है? 0. Now are we ready to write the formula? Because all the unknowns are calculated. So we know the formula was actually t equal to k m to the power a, l to the power b, g to the power c. So if you put the values, it is m to the power 0, l to the power half, g to the power minus half. So eventually if I put the values, it is k into m to the power 0 is 1. This is what? Root l into 1 by root g. This is t. So in this case, t is equal to k times of what? Root over of l by g. So समझ में आया? So ये हमने क्या निकाल लिया? This is the formula for time period. But is it perfect? Still not perfect. Because why? We don't know the value of what? K, and it is not possible to find out the value of k using dimensional analysis. And you know the reason for this. Because k has no dimensions. If it has no dimensions, we cannot search it out. Is that clear, people? So this k cannot be calculated. So this is one of the limitations of this method. So if there is a dimensionless constant, it is not possible to calculate that value of that dimensionless constant. We have to find out the value of that dimensionless constant through some other methods, through experiments, people. Is that clear, people? Exam में आएगा तो यहाँ तक छोड़ने से कोई काटेगा नहीं, ठीक है ना? Just for your knowledge, I am telling you, it has been found out experimentally that k comes out to be 2 pi, and the time period of simple pendulum in this case is 2 pi root over of what? L by g. Is that clear, people? Okay, there is one more limitation to this method. If you remember, I said that the dependency among the quantities should be of the, complete the line, should be of the product type. I talked about dependency, right? क्या हो गया? ऐसे क्यों देख रहे हो? इतना बार तो बताया मैंने कि डिपेंडेंसी कैसा होना पड़ेगा? m into l to the power b into g to the power c. अगर ये प्लस टाइप डिपेंडेंसी होगा, will not be able to use this method. Why? Because if the dependency is of the plus type, can I combine these two L's and make it a single L? It will not be possible, right? Because here I have collected all the L powers together as L to the power b plus c. I have kept m alag, L alag and t alag. And this has been possible because the dependency among the terms is of the multiplication type. If the dependency is of plus or minus type, such kind of formulas cannot be deduced through this method. Only formulas in which the terms are connected to each other with multiplication. क्या तुम्हें सुनाई दे रहा है मैं क्या कह रहा हूँ? Only formulas in which the terms are connected to each other with multiplication, only such formulas can be calculated through this method. For example, v equal to u plus at, हम इससे derive नहीं कर सकते. क्यों नहीं कर सकते? u plus at है. अगर u at होता सिर्फ क्या होता? u at सब मल्टीप्लिकेशन तो हो जाता इस मेथड से. समझ रहे हो मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ? प्लस एंड माइनस होने से ऐसा नहीं हो पाएगा. Does it make sense? Is that clear? चलो, we can now start writing. मैं इसका तुम्हें थ्योरी वाला पार्ट दे देता हूँ. You can make notes on it. ठीक है. Let's start with this. It's not very clear, but थोड़ा सा मेहनत करके और देख लो. चलो, start writing.